In this video, I'm going to discuss about the basics of one-wire bus. This one-wire bus is commonly used in integrated circuits that are used for temperature measurement, non-volatile SRAM memory IC, one-time programmable memory IC, E2PROM IC, and real-time clock IC. And many other ICs are also having this one-wire bus built into their functionality. And this IC will share the data to the microprocessor or microcontroller over the one-wire bus. Here you can see a DS2431 is a memory IC which is having one-wire bus built into their functionality, and it is connected to the microcontroller pin. And as this one-wire pin is of open drain, so an external pull-up resistor need to be connected like this, and the microcontroller will store the data and retrieve the data from the memory IC over the one-wire bus. The one-wire protocol is a registered trademark of Dallas Semiconductor. Now it is a Maxim integrated products. The protocol is called one-wire because it only uses one wire or one pin to transfer the data between the master and slave, and this supports the master and slave configuration. And there will be only one master in the network and number of slaves depending upon the application, and it supports the half duplex communication, which means at a time only one device will access the bus. Each one wire slave device has a unique unalterable factory programmed 64-bit ID, and this 64-bit ID looks like this. First 8-bit is the family code. Depending upon the IC, the family code will change, and 48-bit serial number and 8-bit CRC, that is error checking code. So this error checking code is for this 56 bits. So this is how the one-wire supporting ICs are connected to the microcontroller. So DS2411 is in serial registration IC, so the registration codes can be stored in these ICs. So and this IC is supporting in the one wire bus, and microcontroller will exchange the communication between this device over the one wire bus. And as this is a open drain pin, so an external pull-up resistor need to be connected as shown. So here you can see the internal details of the master and slave. So the slave will act as a transmitter and receiver, and the master will also act as the transmitter and receiver. Whenever the master is asked some query, so that time the slave will act as a receiver and it gives a response. During the response, the slave will act as a transmitter and the master will act as a receiver. The applications of this one-wire supporting ICs are in HVAC environmental control systems, temperature monitoring systems inside a building, equipment or machinery, data logging applications, device identification, means whether the device is properly connected to the machine, or it also used for dongle keys. These ICs are also used for dongle keys, and memory ICs are also having this one-wire bus. Access control application ICs are also having one-wire bus. And key features of this one-wire bus, if you see, they are low speed, low range, parasitic power for slaves, which means so the slaves means the supporting ICs for one-wire bus can be powered by using the high status of the bus instead of taking the external power. So the slaves can be powered from the data bus itself, and this bus is of low cost and simple in construction, and the data rate maximum it supports up to 16.3 kilobits per second, and this depends upon the length of the bus and the number of the slaves connected in the bus. And the range is up to 300 meters, and this also depends upon the number of connected devices. And it supports the single-ended balanced communication for exchanging the data between the master and the slave, half duplex communication, and it's a bidirectional bus, and it is an open drain master controller with one or more slaves, and maximum of 63 slave devices can be connected in the network. So unbalanced communication means the signal is referenced with respect to the common, So this is the half duplex communication. So A is sending and B is receiving that particular time, and afterwards B is sending, A is receiving. At a time only one device will access the bus. And this is the open drain pin. So an external pull-up resistor need to be connected like this. So this number of the slaves can be connected. So this is known as multi-drop configuration, and the network is known as microLAN or one-wire net when more number of slaves are connected to the master. Thank you for watching my video.